dive into why some folks aren't feeling Trump.
Why some people dislike Donald Trump. Yo, let's dive deeper into this. Donald Trump's presence in the political arena has sparked a lot of debate. For every cheerleader out there, there's a critic ready to voice their opinion. Let's break down why some folks might not be feeling Trump while still recognizing his supporters' points of view. 1. Controversial policies. First up, we got to talk about his policies. Now, Trump supporters see him as a guy who's trying to shake things up, right? But on the flip side, some people are like, nah, those immigration policies are too harsh. The family separations at the border, yeah, that hit hard for many folks. They felt it was inhumane. But it's important to note that supporters argue he was just trying to enforce the law and keep the country safe. It's a real hot button issue, and folks are split down the middle. 2. Rhetoric and communication style. Next, let's touch on how he talks. Trump's known for keeping it 100, speaking his mind without a filter. Supporters dig that. They see it as refreshing, like finally someone who ain't afraid to say what they think. But for others, that same style can come off as disrespectful or divisive. They feel he stirs up drama instead of building bridges. It's like a double-edged sword. You either love the honesty or you think it's a mess. 3. Legal issues. Then we got the legal troubles. Man, this dude has had more court cases than most people have had birthdays. Critics point to this and say, how can we trust a guy who's always in hot water? But supporters will say, hey, it's just a political attack. They believe he's being targeted because he's shaking up the system. While some see it as a red flag, others see it as a badge of honor. Proof he's not backing down from the establishment. 4. Media representation. Now, let's talk about the media. Depending on where you get your news, Trump can look like a hero or a villain. Supporters argue that the media is biased, constantly throwing dirt on him. They feel like he's been misrepresented and that the coverage is unfair, focusing on the negative while ignoring the positives. On the other hand, critics feel that the media's portrayal is justified given his actions. It's a classic case of you see what you want to see, 5. Social and cultural issues. And we can't forget about social issues. Trump's comments on race and gender have sparked major debates. Supporters might say he's all about free speech and standing up for what he believes in. They argue that he's not afraid to tackle tough topics, even if it ruffles some feathers. But on the flip side, many feel his comments are out of touch or even harmful. It's a cultural clash. And that divide makes it hard for people to come together. 6. Tariffs and trade policies. Now let's break down those tariffs. Trump implemented tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, arguing it was to protect American jobs and industries. Supporters believe this approach helps boost domestic production and reduces reliance on foreign goods. However, critics argue that tariffs lead to higher prices for consumers and can hurt international relationships. It's a complex issue. While some see it as a strategy to strengthen the economy, others see it as a reckless gamble that could backfire. Conclusion. So there you have it. The reason some people dislike Trump come from his controversial policies, his no-holds-barred communication, legal battles, media bias, social commentary, and trade policies like tariffs. It's a mixed bag. And while some folks see him as a straight shooter, others just can't get down with his style. At the end of the day, it's all about perspective, and that's what keeps the conversation going. Trump's supporters and critics will keep going back and forth, and that's just part of the game. Stay tuned, and remember, this is Mr. Pop Shit signing off. Keep it real and stay informed.
I make this shit look easy. 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 I see what I like, then I go out and get it. I make changes, that's why I'm different. I see it before it happens, that's vision. Telling myself I know I like this.